Okie dokie. Hey y'all, this is Jessie with our latest episode of Gun Gals Live. We have a fun show planned for y'all and are excited to get to it. But first, let's run through our awesome panel tonight. Tonight, we have Armintha. Hey, girl.
Hey, everybody.
We also have Stacey. How's it going?
Going all right.
Awesome. We also have some new people with us. We have Brenda. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing awesome. We also have Mike. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just enjoying this weather out here in Vegas and trying to accomplish a few things, but thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. We also have Clover Tat. How are you?
Hello.
No, that was just so plain. Hello.
And we also have Ghost Tactical.
Right. Hey.
We also have Ghost Tactical. How are you?
Hey.
See, that was better. He at least threw some stink on it. And it's not stink. He threw some stank
Did you say?
on it.
Did you say I stink?
No, you threw some stank on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, if you would like to join the Gun Gals panel, we would love to have you shoot us an email at info@gun-gals.com for more info. Before we get started, we want to give a huge shout out to our awesome Patreon supporters, Clover Tack, Ghost Tactical, GA Trucker, Angry Haycutter, and the Gun Snob. Thank you for your support to Gun Gals. Sorry, apparently I can't get through that without messing up.
So that's what happens when you move to Michigan, you know?
So
the cold has
that's also what happens when it's 0
up.
degrees outside. I can't even think straight. It is 0 degrees, y'all. 0 degrees.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sweating today.
So
It did get warm.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. My allergies are acting up.
You're awful. So bad.
So I know. So a lot of them. So we thought we would do a live show and kind of bring Vegas to
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she was lagging earlier too.
Yeah, she was. Okay, so we're live in Vegas, and so, well, over half the panel, are coming to you from Vegas tonight.
Yes, we are.
Never.
Oh, she keeps muting up. Today they had range day. We met with the group with Antares. I can let Ghost or Clover kind of explain what Antares is.
Okay, Antares Alliance was formed with the thought of getting veteran-owned or veteran surrounding or supporting companies to different parts of the firearm world, but also maybe some media stuff and all that. But it's an alliance with a bunch of companies with the thought of supporting veteran organizations and first responders and law enforcement and all of that, to where it's a collective group that are not owned by one company. They're all individual companies, but they've joined together to help cross promote their stuff and cross promote the awareness of veterans, getting veterans involved. It's also helping. There was a great place that Clover and Mike and myself got haircuts at. It's called Veteran Barbers for Barbers, and Veteran Barbers for Veterans. And we got our haircuts and beards trimmed and all that. But it's one of those things where they're trying to help people transition from military world into civilian world, and these companies all have the thought process of being veteran or first responder based. And if I missed anything, Clover probably might have a little more insight than that.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak a little bit to the requirements, which are kind of cool. I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, I'm a veteran and I have a business," and you can't just say, "Oh, well, we donate to veterans organizations or first responders." It's a certain criteria. You have to meet a certain threshold, a certain percentage, of what you do has to be, go to veterans and first responders and that sort of thing. So they kind of vet their own. I know Casey's talked before, Casey being the one that's over in Terrorist Alliance, but I know he's talked before about how that vetting process works. And I mean, they don't want anybody that's got any type of bad rating with Better Business Bureau and that sort of stuff. So, when you're looking at the members and the companies and the businesses inside the Antares Alliance, you can, not only are they doing great things for the veterans and the first responders and stuff like that, but you can rest assured also that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as being a well-run, customer-friendly business as well.
Awesome. So today, as members of media, we got to go in and kind of talk with some of the companies and talk about some of their products. We got to test with some of their products and stuff and kind of see what they have to offer. So with all that being said, I mean, there was a lot going on today. I know the guys all the guys got haircuts, which there will be videos out about that eventually, which was super awesome to watch, by the way. So all the guys look really sharp, just so you know. And then, let's see. Up at the top of the hill, y'all want to talk, I guess, Clover. You kind of made your way around all of that, didn't you? Is he there?
Yeah, I made pretty much the entire event, I guess. Covered all of it.
Up at the top is more about it's companies that are getting their products out there, or it's more about companies that are helping to support veterans in some way, and so they're looking for ways to get their information out there. Is that right?
Not necessarily. I don't know that there was actually any rhyme or reason to the layout of the thing. I didn't necessarily see one.
Are you talking about the tents?
Yes, the tents up at the top.
I think those are just companies that are part of the alliance that are not firearm necessarily related, that actually have guns or products. They're part of the alliance, but not necessarily our firearms companies.
And right. See, I didn't make it all the way around. So.
Yeah, in other words, they didn't have anything you could shoot or play with or that sort of stuff.
Now, one of the cool things, I did get to talk to 2 different groups up there, and one of them, and I don't have her information in front of me, but it's a company that actually helps veteran women. It is specifically geared towards women coming out of the military, helping them get back into civilization. I mean, normal, everyday life. Be it that they need to go through school or, they need housing, whatever. And she was telling me, military women are really underserved. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I plan on following up with her and getting.
Was that the babes with bullets or something like that?
No, that was the
That was
other.
a different one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my backpack's. Well, walk over there. But then one of the other cool things is that we got to shoot stuff, right? Hello.
So,
Yeah.
Armintha, what did you get to shoot today?
There you go.
Well, I got to shoot an AR. That was awesome. Now, the other one, I didn't get the name of all that. I'm so awful. I know. I have to do my homework.
You shot a 6.5 Creedmoor. You shot a 408 Tejas that's going to be used in a world record breaking shoot in April. You shot a PCC 9mm carbine. You shot an AR, the carbine. You shot the 6.5 Creed and the 408 Tejas. I think is what you shot.
Very cool.
And all of these guys got to shoot all that too.
Yeah, it was cool. For me, and the highlight for me was spending time with Charlie Melton, and he's a 25-year Navy SEAL, and he held the world record at a 5,000-yard shot, and it was recently broken. But he's going to shoot at 6,000 yards in April down in Utah. And we were down here. We spent, I don't know, like an hour with him, didn't we, Mike? Or at least an hour. And he pulled out the actual rifle for us, all of us to shoot that he's going to break the world record with. And so it's kind of cool to sit there and say, hey, when he breaks the world record, we could sit there and say, yep, we shot that rifle, that exact rifle, the exact setup that he's going to shoot in April. It was pretty awesome.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting at the same time when you look at it, whereas all these companies were more forthcoming to say, yeah, come on over here, talk to us, not necessarily waiting for you to engage them. They was kind of pulling you in and getting their message out, and it was like a shake hands agreement, but at the same time, it was everybody got equal treatment, but overall conversations were good. Using products, testing out different products was very awesome. So overall, I think today was a great day. And I think Antares Alliance needs to be on a bigger scale because it was totally awesome in my opinion.
Well, see, that was what I really liked about it, was that it was really very intimate and very hands-on, and they didn't just run you through their area or their range. You got to spend time to talk to people and really dig into the depths of the product and what they were representing. Like, you guys had the guys too that had that bipod that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And they were able to take the time to break it down and really let you guys get your hands on it and know all the intricacies of it and how it differentiated from other things that are out there and where they shine.
Yeah, that's a great point, because tomorrow at Industry Day, which is the official range day for SHOT, you're going to be, it's almost like a cattle call. You walk up to the booth, you get a magazine of 6 rounds, you shoot it, and you move on for the next person to shoot. Like, what was that booth? Hyperfire, I think it was, Mike, that we went through like 7, 8 magazines because there was no one behind us. We were just sitting there shooting different magazines and talking, because it was really, I did enjoy that. And I was talking to G about that. It was nice to be able to sit there and not worry about being moved away because someone else was coming. It was, you could spend an hour with someone if you wanted to and really, really enjoy it.
Yeah. It was more on a personal level, whereas they gave you like a history lesson of their product that pretty much revolved around how can this benefit you, right? Okay, let's talk about this product along the same line. Maybe this will fit you better. And it wasn't like a all go-to sales pitch that just outcome, hey, buy our product. It was legit people saying, hey, this is what we're doing, but does this fit your need and your goal?
I think what was really cool for me is because I was able to walk up and like me not really being able to tell y'all every gun that I shot, because I'm still new enough that I don't know all of that, and I'm going to have to go back and ask more questions. That like hyperfire with them, when I walked up and to shoot that AR, I was like, okay, I'm green. He's like, have you ever shot an AR before? One time. Once. I've only shot once. And so, I mean, he talked me through it and everything. I mean, he just made me feel so comfortable. And then when we were down there with Charlie, talking to him, he did the exact same thing. He talked to me on a level where I understood it. He didn't talk to me like I was a child or like I was stupid or, you know, it was really awesome. And he treated me like I was just as important as he did when he was talking to Ghost or Mike. So I thought that was really awesome.
Right. And then look what you did with it. When they have the time to sit down and give you the information that you need, you did very well.
Right.
You know, so that means a lot. It really does, which you'll see as you go through this whole process over the next week. Just taking a minute and breaking it down and feeding it to you in a way that you could digest it makes all the difference in the outcome and your ability to shoot the firearm. Because you slayed, man. You did great.
Yeah. And remember also, and I'm not trying to bring tomorrow down, but today's experience was your first range kind of experience. Tomorrow is going to be a whole different experience. It's not going to be sitting there talking as much. It's going to be get in, shoot, and get out. And they're not rude about it, but it's going to be a different atmosphere tomorrow. So tomorrow night, you'll look back at today and appreciate today, you know?
Yeah. I'm excited about tomorrow, and I know it's going to be different, but the fact that y'all are going to be there, y'all have helped me too, though. Y'all have really helped with that, making me feel more comfortable and being able to do. And so I have to give it to you guys. I mean, y'all have been great today. So.
No, you did it. We just kind of nudged you a little bit. How about that?
It was still awesome. It was really awesome. So, even making contacts today was really awesome. You know,
yeah, the whole networking piece and just meeting people and talking to them and just figuring out, you know, hey, let's network, let's talk, let's plan, whatever the case may be. That's always going to be fun, especially if you're really into it and looking to move forward in what we do, of course.
And I have to give it to these guys because where we were talking and stuff, and Ghost was like, "Hey, come on, I'm gonna help you with this." And you know, I mean, he just kind of like, I'm not gonna say like pushed me in it, but I mean, he really kind of like put it out there, and he put it out there on that made it so like hard to turn it down. Talking to some of these, that it was just really awesome. So I got to give it to you. That was awesome.
Well, I mean, it's something that, you know, and Mike and I say it, and Clover and I say it all the time, the worst thing that could happen is someone says no. But is a no going to change your life? Nope. No. Because you move on to the next one. But most of the people that you're going to run into are not going to say no if you, like you said, if you present it in a way that's beneficial to them, then they'd be dumb to say no. And so you just got to understand that you're going to take some chops, you're going to take some licks, you're going to people say not interested or whatever, and you go to the next company, and they're going to say yes, and you'll forget about the no. You know, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Right on. I had something on my brain and it left me. You know what amazed me, and I know this may sound, and because I'm still new enough, that it surprised me how many of these companies or how many of this group that was with Interis are Texas based. That was just wild.
Well, you got to live somewhere, right? But at the same time, you got to live somewhere. Like I said, if that's close to you, that's just another outlet for more content overall. For instance, that one, the lubrication company, you
The
know,
gun cleaners.
yeah. And what y'all plan on doing some type of video collab, whereas you're going to do it live or something to that effect?
They are close enough that we will be able to schedule something, and I could drive actually to where they are, and it be what, maybe a 3-hour drive from me, and us still, be able to do either like a live video with him walking me through his product and how to clean my gun is what we had talked about. Because I have still yet to clean my gun. I'm going to admit that on here. I have still yet to clean a gun of my own. My husband still cleans my guns. If we shoot a lot, or if we say, hey, we're going to go have a range day, my husband stays up the night before. He cleans them for me, and yeah.
You know what would be awesome is if you take one of your guns, handgun or rifle, and just shoot it. Just keep shooting it. And then that's the firearm you take with you and clean on that live video. And then you can actually show how dirty it is. And then that kind of puts their product through a bit of a torture test off of you putting 500,000 rounds through the weapon or something to that effect.
That's a pretty awesome idea. I like it. Which means I need to get outside and shoot more.
Well, now you got the motivation.
Yeah, because you live so far from a range.
Yeah,
it's not a matter of living. Right? It's not a matter of it not being there. It's a matter of having time. I don't know where sometimes I just don't know where people pull time from. I just don't. But there are days that it rains every day I have off, I swear. So
it doesn't matter. Bad guys come even in the rain. You got to get out and train regardless.
What you're saying is you need to have a cover built for where you shoot at. So you could shoot out in the rain.
My husband did buy a little canopy. So, yeah.
See, that's what my husband plans on doing, is building something out there where we shoot, so we can shoot no matter, if it's raining or whatever.
Shooting in the rain, though. Wow. Like, actually in the rain, shooting in the rain?
It's not as bad as you think it is. Sometimes it can be fun. It just depends on the level of rain.
As long as there's no lightning, you're good to go. It's the only thing that should take you off the range is the lightning.
Okay.
I would rather shoot in the rain than shoot in the temperatures that we got going right now.
I'm not a fan of the cold myself.
Me either.
Okay, but both of you have military background, right?
Yes. No, Ghost and I do.
Okay, y'all do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting in the rain.
If it ain't raining, we ain't training.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Well, I mean, that is one of the lines from Renaissance Man, but, still.
Well, that line's been around a lot longer than Renaissance Man.
Which is a good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's an old one, but it's a good movie.
That's the one with Danny DeVito, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good movie, yeah.
Armintha, think about it this way. You could put the Gun Gals twist on it and make it a parody to Singing in the Rain.
Oh, my goodness.
Shooting in the rain.
Y'all realize I've really branched out anyway, because I have frog togs now, which is not something I would have ever owned until what, two months ago, I guess. Why would I need them? So
I missed that. What do you have now?
what are they called? Frog togs?
Oh, the frog togs. Oh, frog togs. Yeah,
togs.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I didn't hear what you said. I was like, what?
Frog togs. I invested in a set, a top and bottom of frog togs because of where I work. I have to walk out in the rain a lot. So, yes. It's a little weird.
So let me ask you this. What was your favorite booth outside of shooting? Because we know you was killing it on the range because everything you shot, you was hitting today. So,
Which was awesome.
Yeah. So outside of shooting, what was your favorite piece of the range day today?
Well, that's hard to say because just the fact that we made such an awesome connection with the gun cleaners, I think that made that really awesome. Because I can just see that that's going to be beneficial to all of us. That's going to be awesome. And then the other one that I was telling y'all about, it's called WAVE. It's the WAVE campaign, and it's to serve and empower women veterans to rebuild their lives after military service.
Yeah, well, I think that'll be a great show to bring them on and have them talk about their mission overall, from a woman perspective.
Yes. I'm trying to find her card right here. I have so many. Trying to find it. I want to say her name was Camille. Camille is who I talked to with that. And we had talked about actually doing a show, being able to set up and actually do a podcast. A live show and have them on to be able to talk about what they're doing. So that, and to help spread their word and get it out there, because they have just moved over into social media and are figuring out how awesome social media is on getting the word out of what they're doing. So I think it would be an awesome opportunity for us to help them get the word out for what they're doing. So very much so. And in return, what was y'all's favorite?
I would honestly say my favorite was probably the interaction at the barber, the trailer with the vet barbers.
Yes.
Because I really did like the concept of them actually coming out giving free haircuts, and and they came all the way from, I think they said Kansas City. Yeah. So that was probably my favorite one today, outside of shooting guns.
And they also, because I talked to them pretty extensively, have a trade school where they actually train and license veterans. So they're not just there at that level, but all the way down to helping them to get licensed and to get the proper education and to get the proper training so that they can get back into the workforce. So they're pretty deep into it besides just what we saw today, which is really cool.
Yeah. So they